Welcome to Flipping for Profit. In this short presentation, you will learn how you can benefit from the lucrative real estate market and see how you could supplement or even replace your income. But before we get started, I have to point out that this presentation is for information purposes only. So any person interested should do their own due diligence, as the economy, conditions and personal circumstances will and may vary from time to time. So who are we? My name's Colin and I head up the acquisitions team. I've had over 30 years experience in the real estate industry, and I've been fortunate enough to spend the last 4 years working in the lucrative US market. Prior to that, I've worked all over the world in countries like South Africa, the UK, Hong Kong and Singapore, just to name a few. Two of my other team members are Jody, who's a licensed agent and accompanies me over in the US, making sure that every property transaction runs smoothly and to time. Diane heads up our team in Australia and liaises with our Australian clients. In this presentation, you will learn one of the most lucrative business strategies that is working today. We will show you how to generate massive cash flow and get real results, and why the opportunity is at its peak right now, and how you can benefit from our experience where we do all the work for you so you can sit back and reap the benefits. See, there's a group of entrepreneurs silently making massive amounts of money. That's right now, in the chaos of the housing market crisis, they are making more money than ever before. Would you like to know how they're doing it? Would you like to join them? I'm sure that would be a yes. But first I want to ask you, what's your why? Ask yourself, are you getting the most out of your life? Are you living the life you deserve, the one that you've always dreamt about? Able to take the holidays that you want so badly, live in the house that you know you deserve? Let me ask you this, how would your life change if you received an extra amount of money? Maybe an extra $1,000, $5,000, $20,000? What about if it was $50,000 on a regular basis? Would you quit your job, spend more time with your family, buy that exotic car you've always dreamt about, or take that holiday that you know you so desperately deserve and need right now? Let me show you how. You see, there are two types of money problems. Not enough money and too much money. Which one would you rather have? I know what I'd like. Even Warren Buffett said now is the time to be buying single-family homes. Appearing live on CNBC, he said if it was practical for him, he would buy up a couple of 100,000 single-family homes. He recommended buying them over even buying shares and other forms of investment. You see, right now, the greatest transfer of wealth in our history is happening. Are you getting your share? Or are you still doing a job, a just over broke job? More millionaires are being made due to the global recession than at any other time in history. Are you going to be one of these people that benefit from it? You see, property investors make some money, but property renovators get seriously rich. At Flipping for Profit, we will show you how you can create massive cash flow, build a property portfolio, and generate real wealth. So how do we do this? We do this by buying right, renovating or rehabbing the property carefully, and then selling it for a profit, and then going and doing it again. And you can join us and share the profit and get started with as little as $100. At Flipping for Profit, we do all the work for you. We utilize our careful due diligence to optimize the best properties on the market. We cost out the renovations carefully, or the rehabs as they call them in the US. We supervise all of the work. We arrange for the property to be carefully placed on the market with the right agents. We give you all of the costings to do with the work so you know that we've made a profit, and we share with you the returns that we've made from these lucrative deals, and then we go out and do it again and again. You're always kept up to date with access to information 24/7. You simply need to log in and you'll see exactly where every property is at and understand exactly the process and each step that we've been following, so you can feel comfortable and confident in the results that we can generate for you. We would like to invite you to joint venture with us in this lucrative industry. By taking this simple example below, you can see how powerful this can be for you. For example, these three people, two have put in $25,000 each, so they receive 25% of their share of the net profits. Another person has put in $50,000, so naturally they receive 50% of the net profits. But by pooling the money, we're able to do deal after deal. Imagine being able to replace your income and create passive income potentially for the rest of your life. So why have we chosen the lucrative US market? Right now the price is the lowest they've ever been. We have some of the best exchange rates that we've had in over 40 years. You pay little to no stamp duty on the property, the speed in which you can do a deal, the ease for international purchases, and the phenomenal high cash flows and great capital growth that's potentially there, just to name a few. So now let's take a look at a few properties that we've done in the past, because the reality is results are the only true measure of success. This particular property we picked up for just $75,000. We spent $38,000 renovating it or rehabbing it, and we sold it for a phenomenal $175,000. And the whole process took less than 3 months. So let's have a look at what it looked like completed. What a phenomenal difference. We made us an astonishing $62,000 profit, or 55% on our money. Most people would have been happy to do this just once a year. But the question I would ask you is, if we could take that same amount of money and maybe do this 4 times in a year, what would that generate? Would you believe around an astonishing $248,000, literally $250,000? And what about this particular property? We picked it up for $105,000. We spent $33,000 renovating it, and we resold it for $193,000. You see, we know what properties to pick. You look at this particular property. Hundreds of people looked at it, but very few could see what we could do, and this is what we transformed it into. We made an astonishing $55,000 profit in less than 3 months. Now just think for a moment, if we could do this just 4 times a year with that amount of money, we would generate around $220,000. Can you see how we can help you change your life? Quickly, let's have a look at a few more fantastic deals we've just completed. This one we picked up for just $95,000, spent $8,000 on it, and made $42,000 profit in just 55 days, 44% on our money. This one we picked up for $75,000. We only needed to spend $2,000 and made a quick $33,000. How would you feel about sharing in that kind of profit? Or imagine this one. We picked it up for $112,600. We only needed to clean it up and spend $2,300. Sold it for $135,000. We made 17.5% on our money in just 21 days. And this was a phenomenal deal. We bought it for $68,000, spent $5 on it, and expected to sell it for $109. Yet we had a buyer pay us $119,000. So no, we didn't make $36,000. We made $46,000. Now here's a deal I bet you're all wishing you were part of. This phenomenal waterfront home we picked up for just $225,000. It's easily worth around $350,000. We're looking to make over $100,000 profit in the next little while. Wow, how would you like to be part of that? Take a moment to look at this deal. We picked up an entire package of homes from one of the banks. We flipped it to a hedge fund in just 21 days, making $187,000 on our money, or 17.3%. And think about it, we did that in 21 days. So if you're excited to know more about this phenomenal opportunity, please register now for free or talk to the person that recommended you to this site. We would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for your time.